What if the phone you've always imagined, one that practically disappears in your pocket, yet still gives you a big screen experience, is finally here and ready to truly shine? Samsung's latest foldable is making a compelling case. For years, Samsung's Flip and Fold phones stood pretty much alone at the top of the foldable mountain. But lately, competitors started catching up, even surpassing them in a few key areas. Samsung responded with incremental updates, which left us wondering if they were still leading the charge. Well, with their newest series, Samsung has truly made some significant leaps, and the Galaxy Z Flip7 is absolutely a phone we should talk about. First, let's address the most obvious changes. You pick it up, and it feels a bit different. The Flip7 is just under 4 millimeters wider than its predecessor. Now, that might not sound like much, but it gives you a bit more breathing room on that main display, pushing it to a more generous 6.9 inches, up from 6.7. And when you open it up, it's also slightly thinner, measuring just 6.5 millimeters. It keeps that stunning, vibrant LTPO AMOLED display with a silky smooth 120Hz refresh rate and a blinding 2600 nits of peak brightness. But the real story unfolding inside this phone, Samsung made a bold move. They've shifted away from Snapdragon CPUs, bringing in their very own Exynos 2500 chipset, paired with the Eclipse 950 GPU. It's like Samsung decided, we are driving this car ourselves now. And the performance numbers back them up. We are seeing benchmark scores that actually put it just below the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE in overall performance. But get this, it outperforms the FE in both CPU and GPU. And when we look at Geekbench multi-core scores, the Z Flip7 is nearly 800 points higher than even the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. It even edges out the S24 Ultra in GPU performance. This isn't just a niche phone anymore. It's packing some serious flagship-level punch. Now, let's talk about the biggest and most striking improvement, the cover screen. Remember when it felt like just a small, mostly decorative window? That's gone. This new cover screen has grown by nearly an inch and now boasts a 120Hz refresh rate, up from just 60 Hz. It's a genuinely useful part of the phone. Samsung is really leaning into it with the new Samsung Now bar and compatible apps. And if you use the Good Lock app, you can unlock even more possibilities, including streaming apps. We found ourselves rarely opening the phone for routine tasks. It's like having a little command center on the outside, letting you stay connected to what matters without getting sucked into all the distractions. On the durability front, you still get a Gorilla Glass Victus 2 back, a sturdy aluminum frame, and IP48 rated dust and water resistance. So it can handle a splash or two. However, the camera hardware remains largely unchanged from the Z Flip 6, and that feels a bit like a missed opportunity, especially for a phone so clearly aimed at the social media savvy. But Samsung is banking on its ProVisual engine and that new processing power to enhance image quality, and we have to say, they deliver strong results. The 50-megapixel main camera, while not quite flagship level on paper, captures great photos, especially those square, Instagram-ready shots you can snap with a single swipe using the half-fold feature. It also handles 4K video at 60 frames per second and some impressive slow-motion options. But the 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera could really use an upgrade, especially in low light. And that 10-megapixel selfie camera? Honestly, we rarely used it. Why would you? When the main lens takes far superior selfies using the expanded cover screen as your viewfinder. Battery life sees a modest upgrade to 4,300 mAh, up from 4,000, and it should comfortably get you through a typical day. In our own use, primarily relying on that incredibly useful cover screen, we often ended the day with over 50% battery remaining. Now, if you keep it unfolded and push it hard, it drains faster. And yes, the Flip 7 can get warm, especially the half with the cover screen. But unless you're deep into extended gaming or long video recordings, it never felt uncomfortably hot, and we never noticed any performance slowdowns, which is key. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7 starts at just under $1,100 for the 256GB model. Now, that's not cheap, especially when you consider you can get a Galaxy S25 Ultra for only about $200 more. The S25 Ultra is, in many ways, the objectively superior device. So, Choosing the Flip 7 means you need something specific that only this foldable form factor offers. Who is that for exactly? Well, it's an excellent fit if you truly value a compact phone you can tuck away, even in those notoriously small women's pockets. It's perfect if you love the creativity of the half-fold feature, turning your phone into its own stand for hands-free photos or videos. And it's ideal if you appreciate the freedom to disconnect by closing the phone, while still keeping a quick eye on your notifications via that impressive cover screen. Most of all, it's for anyone who wants to experience the most significant leap Samsung has made in the foldable flip phone to date. What do you think? Does this iteration of the Z Flip finally convince you about the foldable future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of tech.